Your brain's autopilot mode is going to ruin your holidays. You see the cookie, you eat the cookie, you regret the cookie. But what if there was a gap where you could actually choose instead of react? Today, I'm going to show you the off switch to your autopilot so you can land yourself in that gap between the trigger and the binge. And if you think the answer is more willpower, you definitely need to watch this video. We are going to cover 3 things. Why relying on willpower is actually a trap that leads to more failure, the 5-minute buffer technique to stop a craving in its tracks, and how to use this same tool to save not only your diet, but your relationships and your wallet. Let's dive in. Psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor Viktor Frankl famously said, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose." Cool idea, right? But here's the problem we face in the real world. We're not taught how to spend time in that space, and most of us don't even know how to get there in the first place. We go straight from stimulus, seeing the cookie, to reaction, eating the cookie. Look, I know I'm talking about cookies right now, but this autopilot, a thoughtless reaction born of impulse or habit, is the exact same mechanism that can ruin things you really care about. It's the reason you snap at your partner when you're stressed. It's the reason you impulse buy things you can't afford. And it's the reason you doom scroll for 3 hours when you wanted to go to sleep. Autopilot flies us right over that space that we need to make choices that are in harmony with our values. It robs us of our autonomy. So how do we find this space when we're triggered? It all starts with noticing. Imagine you've made a decision to quit eating so much sugar in order to avoid diabetes and cardiovascular disease. A noble goal, to be sure. You've decided that your health, both now and in the future, is important to you. This is a chosen value. But as you work toward this goal, you realize how entrenched your habits are. For example, you notice that every night before bed, you eat a giant bowl of ice cream. So you decide this is a great place to start and commit to not eating that ice cream after 8 p.m. But the next evening at 8:25, as you're habitually on autopilot reaching for that ice cream, you remember your commitment. But the ice cream tub, it's already in your hand, and you're about to drop that first scoop into your bowl, and you want it so badly. Now what? Your autopilot mode has run you right into a value you've set up for yourself and is threatening to crash right through it. And here is where so many people fail. They try to use their willpower to overcome the craving. But here's the problem with willpower. We often misuse it to fight reality. Trying to ignore or suppress a craving is actually a fight against the fact that the craving exists in the first place. It's exhausting, not to mention futile. It drains your energy. Eventually, you get tired. Your willpower battery goes to 0, and you eat the ice cream anyway. Only this time, you add a side of shame and regret to that bowl. So in this intense moment, when a craving is threatening to bulldoze your chosen values, you don't need more willpower. You need space. You need this space between stimulus and reaction where your power to choose your response lives. Okay, cool. So how do we get into this space? Here's one practical way. I have my partner to thank for this one. It's so powerful. When you notice that craving threatening to disrespect your values, don't fight it. And don't judge yourself for experiencing that impulse. Take just a few seconds to thoughtfully pause what you're doing. First, give yourself mad props for noticing, because noticing is the gateway into this space where choice lives. Do not rush this part. It is not time to make any choices yet. You need to spend time here and cultivate this space of awareness. Simply set everything down on the counter. Don't even put anything away. Just mentally acknowledge that right now, you, the real you, the one who's aware of what's going on inside of you, is experiencing a strong craving and is about to engage in a behavioral habit that you've chosen to change. Don't forget, this is not about willpower. Our habits and impulses are automatic and they can be overwhelming. It's not called autopilot for no reason. Avoid striving to overcome this craving while you're in this space. Instead, create more space. In this case, a time buffer of 5 minutes. Tell yourself out loud, if I still want this ice cream in 5 minutes, I'll allow myself to have just 1 scoop. Then move your body away. Physically leave the kitchen. When 8:30 rolls around, check in with yourself. First, congratulate yourself for landing in this space. This is a big deal. You're noticing and you're paying attention to yourself. Congratulations, you are cultivating self-awareness. And in so doing, you are reclaiming your birthright of choice over your actions. So now, choose. If you're still craving that ice cream, remember, you gave yourself permission to have one scoop. So have one scoop and revel in it. However, don't be surprised if you're feeling so strong and confident in this moment that you're able to put the ice cream back in the freezer and not have any at all. Do the same thing tomorrow night and the night after. Exercise your awareness muscles as often as you can. The moment you notice autopilot kicking in, whether that's when you're walking into the kitchen, scooping the ice cream into the bowl, or even after you've finished half the bowl already, pause. Pay attention to what's happening inside of you. Then claim that space. Take that space and extend that space. After all, it is rightfully your space. And as you spend more and more time here, you will find a divine clarity that empowers you to make choices that are aligned with the real you, the authentic self that has been there all along, just waiting to be uncovered. Now, what I'm about to tell you is essential, so remember this. It's not when you notice that's important, it is that you notice that is key. Even if you notice after you've eaten the entire bowl of ice cream, that's okay. This isn't about perfection, it's about practice. The moment you notice what happened, remember that it is the noticing that is the gateway to this space. So even then, enter that space of awareness. Take time to pause and be gentle with yourself. No criticizing and no judging yourself here. This is sacred space. Simply take a few moments to reflect and reinforce your commitment to notice earlier tomorrow night. As you practice and build your awareness muscles, you'll realize that you can enter this space anywhere, anytime. You might have an aha moment at the grocery store while you're reaching for that tub of ice cream. You know what? I don't have to buy this ice cream right now, so I'm not going to put it in my cart. And if I still want it when I'm done shopping, I'll circle back and pick it up before I hit the checkout lines. I hope this example helps you see how powerful this practice is. But why does this matter? Why spend the effort noticing, entering this space, and extending this space? Because it gives you 3 things that willpower never will. Number 1, autonomy. Without spending time in this space, you're essentially just a robot running a pre-programmed script. Space gives you the controls back. Number 2, regret reduction. Most of our regrets come from immediate emotional reactions. Space protects you from your own impulses. And number 3, value alignment. This is the big one. Space gives you the chance to ask, is this really who I want to be? Instead of, is this what I want right now? If you're still watching, and if you took any value from this video today, I have 3 genuine requests for you. Like this video so YouTube shares it with others. Subscribe so we can keep practicing together. Share this with a friend or relative who is stressed out this time of year. Let's help each other wake up from autopilot and take our controls back. And give that 5-minute buffer a try today. Let me know how it goes. And no matter what happens, remember, be gentle with yourself. This is a practice, not perfection. And before you go, for fun, let me know in the comments, what's your kryptonite this holiday season? For me, it's definitely the eggnog and rum, lots of rum. Why is the rum gone? Okay, happy holidays everyone. And remember, this can be a difficult and stressful time of year for a lot of us. So be gentle with yourself and with others. Until next time, peace. See you in the next video.
Oh no, that was for Santa.